Hello from Teacher Charles. Let me share with you 9 keys to speaking English clearly. This is my experience. Most ESL students, English as a second language students, make these mistakes. But here are 9 things you must do to speak English clearly. Number 1, you must pronounce the words clearly. Listen to a native speaker. By the way, study with me on the eSchool Cambodia app. And listen to a native speaker. How do they pronounce the word correctly? Number 2, you must use intonation. Intonation means your voice must rise and fall at the correct place in the sentence. And so when we speak English, sometimes our voice goes up, sometimes our voice goes down. And there are some rules. Number 3, you must stress the correct part of the syllable. And so words have syllables. A syllable is one part. So syllable has 3 parts. English has 2 parts. Key has 1 part. So those are called syllables. But when we speak English, we say one part of the word stronger than the other part. Stress means to say stronger and louder and a little longer. And so you have to stress the correct part of the syllable. If you stress the wrong part of the syllable, sometimes you cannot be understood. We don't know the word that you're speaking. Number 4, you must stress at least 1 or 2 words in each sentence. The native English speaker always says 1, 2, or sometimes 3 words stronger and louder in each sentence. You listen to a native English speaker and you will notice this. Pay attention to which words they say stronger. These are called the power words. They're the most important words. They're usually the noun, the adjective, and the verb. Again, the best way to learn this is, number 1, understand it, and number 2, listen to the native English speaker. Number 5, you must pause when there is a punctuation mark or before and after you say something important. Very important. Pause means paat. It means chop nit ye plat. Moi vit niti, pi vit niti. Punctuation mark is period, question mark, exclamation mark, colon, okay, comma. These are the punctuation marks. And so when you see the punctuation mark in the sentence, it reminds you to stop speaking for a moment. Number 6, by the way, in most students, almost all of my English students, when they read, they do not pause. They do not make intonation. They do not make stress. They do not pause. They read like this. You must pause when there is a punctuation mark or before or after you say something important. That's not how we speak English. That's not how we read English. You must pause when there is a punctuation mark or before or after you say something important. Listen to that sentence again and notice how I pause. Number 6, you must pronounce the sound of the consonants, especially the final consonants. And so I've listened to many good English speakers, but still they know the vocabulary, but I still can't understand what they're saying because they do not pronounce the sound of the consonants. Must pronounce. Sound, D, sound, consonants, final. Those are all final consonants. You must make that sound in English. Again, the best way to do it, listen to a native English speaker. Number 7, you must pronounce the sound of the vowels clearly. Long and short sounds. Okay, so the vowels, the 5 vowels, A, E, I, O, U, all the vowels have at least two different sounds, the long sound and the short sound. And many students don't know the long and short sound, and they also cannot speak clearly. If you say the wrong sound of the vowel, if you say the short sound when it's supposed to be the long sound, doesn't sound good. And so again, you can study with me on the eSchool Cambodia app, and you will learn about the long sounds and the short sounds of the vowels. Number 8, you must match singular adjectives with singular nouns and plural adjectives with plural nouns. And so if you say two, TWO, that's a plural adjective, then you must use a plural noun. 2 bicycles. Not 2 bicycle, because bicycle is singular. 2 bicycles. This is a common problem with almost every Cambodian ESL student. Almost every, 99% of Cambodian ESL students make this mistake. And so you must make the sound of the final S, and you must use singular adjectives with singular nouns and plural adjectives with plural nouns. And number 9, you must not mix past and present tense verbs in the same sentence. You do not say, I go to the market. You say, I went to the market. Okay, and so this is common. Almost every Cambodian ESL student makes this kind of a mistake. Okay, and so I recommend to you, study with me on the eSchool Cambodia app. Teacher Charles, eSchool Cambodia, Facebook. Study with me, American English, and it's called New Interchange Intro. Study the intro book with me. I really encourage you, study the first book. Start from the beginning, even if you know a lot. Because my guess is you probably don't speak really good English. That's my experience. All right? And so this is lesson number 1 for you, and I hope it's beneficial for you.